Oh, I'm getting jacked up, baby. Week 9, college football. Can't believe it. Unbelievable. 2/3 of the season done. Week 8 NFL, World Series, NBA, you name it, it's on the table. What's up, guys? Scott Matthews here on this big-time Wednesday. We got the NBA kicking off last night. Couple exciting games. We'll talk about that as we go. We got the World Series coming up on Friday. We got college football every day. We got the NFL coming up with some games this week. Unbelievable how the season's flying by. I'm going to bring my co-host in here right now. I got one with me, and one's up in Mickey Mouse land that we'll bring him in a minute. Our hero last week to save the show, our boy TK, with a perfect 6-0 record. Congrats to him, and we'll bring him in just a second. He's up in Orlando doing a special conference. Here he is, my partner, the one and only Teddy Brooks, the Sports Prophets. What's up, Teddy?
Scotty, thank God for TK, man. I think we both went 2-4 last week. TK came in with the big 6-0, meaning that it was not a losing week for the show. 10-8 on the show. And guys, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of this show, is that, you know, we all balance each other out. We're like four legs on a table.
There you go. There you go. And he definitely balanced us out. I had a couple of bad breaks, though.
LSU was a bad break for me.
That game, and I had Minnesota against the Eagles. They took the touchdown away, and then they kicked the field goal. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, I'm not going to wait any longer. Here he is, my man, the one and only TK up in Orlando. What's up, T?
Woo! Yeah, man, I'm up here in the beautiful Gaylord Hotel up here in Orlando, man. Yeah, Teddy, in a big week last week, 6-0, man. I couldn't believe it. All I needed was Detroit for the clean sweep on Monday night. Detroit came in. I had a lot of people comment on it, saying that Detroit defense wasn't nothing, but Detroit actually had a great game on Monday night. Closed out the week 6-0. We got NBA started last night. World Series, like Scott said, coming up. It's going to be another big week here for me.
There you go. Yeah, a lot of good stuff going on, T. This time of the year, you got to be careful out there. Weather changes around the country with football, games outdoors, new sports starting with NBA. Last night, an amazing game, double overtime. I caught the first winner of the season with the Rockets last night. I put that out. I got it that line at +7. I shopped it around, got 7. That game went into double overtime. They lost by 1, so good start there. And, just a lot of good things to talk about. I just wanted to recap a little bit with you guys about last week. Did you see anything that out of the ordinary, either in college or NFL, that kind of surprised you? I mean, I guess the Giants blowing that huge lead against Denver on Sunday like that was kind of surprising. Didn't you think that? I thought the Giants should have closed the deal there and won that game.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest comebacks in the history of football. I was pulling home when that happened. I was walking my dogs. I get home, I walk my dogs, and my phone just started blowing up. I wasn't even on the game, but it was the craziest ending I've ever seen.
Yeah, they scored. What did they score? Like 4 touchdowns in like the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I think it was
kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't know if it was 4, but I think they scored 33 in the fourth quarter. Points. I don't know how many were in the last 5 minutes, it was
pretty late. Some teams playing pretty good right now that you guys probably didn't even think would mention at this point. But Carolina Panthers on a 3-game run right now. They won 3 straight games. And
Bryce Young's finally starting to. That draft pick is finally starting to
Bama
come to fruition.
Roll Tide. You got a Bama boy, right?
You want to know something crazy, Scotty?
What?
When they went up to get C.J. Stroud, down to get Bryce Young was the first pick, C.J. Stroud was the second pick.
Yeah.
After their first year, both of them, everyone was saying they were stupid for going with Bryce Young. Now Bryce Young's playing better than C.J. Stroud.
He looks terrible lately. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. That Monday night game with him, I don't get it. Some of the play calling, some of the things that they did, they really could have won that game against Seattle. As crazy as it sounds, I know Seattle jumped out, but Seattle made a ton of mistakes, turned the ball over a ton of times, and they couldn't capitalize. Maybe they capitalized once, but then they made some terrible play calling on their own and so forth and so on. But the 2 hottest teams right now, well, there's actually 3. Probably the best team in the NFL. I bet you guys will agree with me. You might not. The Colts got to be the best team consistent-wise in the NFL right now, averaging like 33 points a game and just beating teams up, 6-1 record. I think they're the most consistent team through the first 7 weeks. What do you think, guys? T?
Yeah, Colts, man, they're playing good football. The Steelers playing good football, but they got a tough matchup coming up this week, one I'm sure we'll talk about in a few minutes. But yeah, Colts playing great football right now.
Yeah, they're playing good. How about a team I said would go over 8.5? I picked it before the season started, and I said they'd probably finish second, right behind Buffalo. New England Patriots, 4 straight wins in a row. Drake May, guys, 12 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions with a 116 rating. This guy's doing it all right now for the Patriots. Are you surprised by that, Teddy?
No, I gave him out last week, and I don't know if you remember what I said. I said
not the team, just Drake May in general.
Oh, Drake May. No, I mean, he was great at North Carolina.
Yeah, but he wasn't great last year.
He wasn't great last year, but it was his first year. You got to see what happens.
You're mellow today, Teddy.
First year playing. Am I really?
Yeah.
Well, I told you, I got a lot of technological issues going on. I got people messaging me. But no, I mean, I like what I see from him. The Colts are by far, I had big money on the Chargers on Sunday.
Okay.
And I didn't believe in the Colts, Scotty, going into that game. Not even that I didn't believe in them, but I said, hey,
Really?
the Chargers need to bounce back here. I didn't see the Chargers losing that game in any stretch of my imagination. So I think because of that game, I'm now a believer in the Colts because the Chargers are a good team.
Yep. I picked them to win that division.
The Colts just manhandled them.
They're a little shaky lately, the Chargers.
They are.
Started out 3-0, beating 3 divisional opponents. And since then, right now they're 1-3. 1-3.
1-3 since. They're 4-3, yeah.
I don't know, man. Another team playing great, obviously, is Denver. 4 straight wins in a row. I don't know how they found it to get back to win that game, but they did find a way to do it. That's what I say when good teams find ways, guys, to win it and beat you, where shit teams find ways to blow the games. We talk about that here on the show all the time. So
that was coaching.
You think so?
Well, yeah, because
missed extra point.
No, but in the Giants game, I mean, how do you make this guy, this Jackson Dart? I've been riding his coattails all year. He's now the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. I gave that pick on the show weeks ago, plus 2,000. And they put him in a situation where all they had to do was run the ball.
Yep.
And all they had to do was run the ball, and they win the game. And instead, they have him throw the ball. He throws a pick, coming in a game where he had a really good game. So it's like, why do you have him throw that ball there when you just, run it? Especially a young guy like that, you're putting him in a position to fail. The coaches failed him in that game.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I get your point a little bit. T, what's your thoughts on this kid for the Giants, this quarterback? I mean, you liked him.
I liked him. I had him on Sunday. They covered the spread, though. Then that's all that mattered. They covered the spread. But I agree with Teddy. They could have ran the ball a little bit more, killed the clock, taking some time off, and got the win.
Yeah.
He looks good, though, the quarterback. I mean, they're going to gel over the next year. And how about them Dallas Cowboys? I told you guys the Cowboys are going to start coming back. I mean, the Cowboys look great on Sunday, playing a nice matchup this weekend as well. Yeah, I think the Cowboys can start making a little push as well.
Well, they got a tough game this weekend. They're playing Denver. In Denver.
Yeah, they're playing Denver. So I'm not going to call that one a tough one. We'll talk about that later.
I'm on that too, T. I'm on that too, T. We'll see what happens.
We're talking about NFL football. What about college football? Miami Hurricanes, man. Yeah. How did they lose that game? I just don't understand that.
Oh, I'll tell you how.
Carson Beck with 4 turnovers in that game. I mean, he should have thrown that ball away. I mean, they're field goal range. He looked absolutely horrible in that Louisville. I mean, Louisville had a great defense. I think they got one of the top defenses in the ACC. Yeah. But Miami, they just gave that up. They ruined their perfect season there.
But they've been suspect to blow games like that over the years. They've lost to teams like this in the past. I mean, this game was not a cakewalk. Everyone just took Miami because how dominating they've been looking. But when they match up against teams like Louisville or Pittsburgh's or these teams that maybe a little underneath them as far as people think, they found ways to lose games like this over the last several years. And I don't know if it was a surprise. It probably was a surprise they lost. But Carson Beck, he just didn't look right. He looked like a deer in the headlights, and his passing was not right. He was not on. It seemed like he was just in a funk that night. And when you play against a decent team, like you said, against Louisville, who's not a bad opponent, and they got a good defense because they stepped up to the plate, I mean, that's why you have upsets. That's why you got to be careful. And that line went from 13.5 down to 10.5. So somebody knew something. They were moving that line like they had yesterday's newspaper in front of them.
Which line?
The line on the Miami game.
Hurricanes,
Way
it moved
down,
Yeah.
way
Went
down.
down from 13.5 early in the week to 10.5 close, maybe even 10 at the end. But, other than that, number one team in the country keeps on rolling. Ohio State Buckeyes, can't take it away from them. Teddy's favorite team, well, one of his favorites. Well, my favorite team last year, Teddy's talking about them this year, Indiana Hoosiers, number 2 in the nation. Texas A&M, the Aggies, perfect 7-0, number 3. And guess who's number 4, quietly? Roll Tide, baby.
Yeah, Bama,
6 in a row.
they took that loss. Everyone was writing them off. Everyone was writing off Caleb DeBoer.
Yeah, they kicked
And
ass.
they all came back. Guys, we have a bunch of comments. Scotty, you want to, before we get into games, can I jump into these comments and get some questions answered here?
Let's go. What do we
All
got?
right. Well, first of all, Jacob Romero, you're a good kid, Jacob. Good guy, I should say. But he said, Teddy and Scotty, we can do better. All right, we'll move on from that. Okay, Pete Thomas, I got a question for you guys. With all the sports going on right now, which sport do you think is the best one to bet on or the most profitable?
Oh, it's probably easy. It's a sport you hate right now until college basketball starts. NBA every night. You got action.
Exactly.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, in college you'll have 1 or 2 shit teams during the week, like these matchups tonight and tomorrow. Not the most favorable teams that you would even bet if it was a full board on Saturday. But without a doubt, it's got to be the NBA. Right, T?
Yeah, I agree with the NBA. Teddy loves the NBA, so I'm sure he's ready to.
I'm going to be dabbling more in the NBA this
Teddy
year.
needs a cocktail.
I hired some new people.
I think there's more money to be made in 1 week of NBA and college basketball than an entire month of betting football. I mean, you got twice as many games. They're playing every night. You can judge them with the players playing every evening. So it makes a big difference with the NBA and college basketball coming down the road as well.
And you can find, like I said, at this time of the year, there's mistakes out there because you look at these numbers tonight. I mean, there's a full board of games in the NBA. Last night's numbers were outstanding, I thought. I picked both games. I mean, I used the Rockets. I played the total on the Golden State game. I got the break and went over the 225.5. Went up, I got it to 225.5. They scored 228. But I think there's numbers out there early in the season in basketball, and that's why I love college hoops, especially in those tournaments they do early, where you can really take advantage of those numbers and pound some good winning and start building up a lot of net winners.
Real quick, OPP, we will get to that question when we start breaking down games. I just kind of wanted to get through the general questions first. He had a question about a game. Josh Yates said, thank you, Teddy, for the Dart MVP bet. Someone said, thank you, Scotty, for the Houston +7 last night. That's very nice. Good job, Scotty. Thank you, even though you didn't give it to me, brother.
They think
both dogs in the NBA, both overs last night in the NBA.
And then Donald James, I don't know if he said thanks for the Devils last night, T. I don't know if you had the Devils also, TK, but
that was Lance. He was on our show last night.
No, it wasn't.
Who gave out the Devils? Lance gave out Vancouver and Florida. I think Florida.
Okay, well, I gave out the Devils on my Instagram yesterday. All right, so
I mentioned the Devils are hot. And they were playing excellent. I thought they could steal that game also.
Oh, and guess
who
just popped in? Our boy Zach Smacks.
What's
up,
on?
Zach?
All right. We ready?
Let's do it.
We got a lot of games, and I know T's itching at the bit because he had the performance of all performances. So let's see if he can stay on top of Mount Rushmore because Teddy and I are chopping the bit to knock him.
We're chopping
right the hell off.
I need a big week this week, guys. I need a big week. I got hurt last week. I'm not going to lie. I need a big week this week, not just on this show. I got hurt in general, and I'm ready to come back. I'm fired up. You said I'm not fired up, Scotty? I'm fired the fuck up. Let's go.
All right, we got 2 games on tap tonight. I know T plays games. I hate these 2 games tonight. I don't see enough value. I'm leaning a little bit on one of them, but it's going to be like it's about as tiny a sprinkle, maybe 2 sprinkles out of the whole jar of sprinkles would go on this one. But we got Middle Tennessee State playing Delaware tonight, 9.5, 55.5, a Delaware favorite. And we got Missouri State, New Mexico State. They swapped this line, flipped. It was New Mexico State 1.5. Now it's the other side. Missouri State 1.5 with a 50.5. I'll start with T since he's up there in Mickey Mouse land. T, anything on these 2 games tonight you're looking at?
I'm playing one game. I give it out of my free play here today. This Delaware Middle Tennessee State game. Delaware, like you said, I got the current line in at 9 this morning. I haven't checked it lately. I don't got my computer in front of me. But I'm going to jump on Delaware tonight, minus the 9. Middle Tennessee State, 2-7 their last 9 against the spread. 1-3 their last 4 against the spread on the road. Delaware, strong offense in this one. Going to start off on the show with a nice winner with Delaware, minus the 9 here points here tonight. Get you paid on hump day here today.
All right, there you go. I hate laying big numbers during the week on these short weeks with these teams or whatever the case may be. But can't find fault with someone that's winning games. So Delaware's tees, guys, make a note. TK is on Delaware minus the 9. It's 9-8, but he's probably adjusting it a little bit. Delaware minus 9. That's his play for tonight. Teddy, anything on those two games?
I don't, and I feel bad because OPP that he wanted to know in that Missouri State, New Mexico.
Why do you feel bad?
Because he's asking a question, and we're not going to – I don't have an answer for him.
What's the question?
Missouri State, New Mexico State.
I'll give him an answer.
Oh, here we go. Let's go, Scotty.
I said I got a sprinkle.
Okay. Here's your sprinkle, OPP.
I'm going to take the home team tonight because in this game, I think it's a false favorite. I really do. And New Mexico State's 3-0 at home. They've won at home. They're not that great on the road, but none of these teams are good on the road or at home. I mean on the road. Excuse me. They can be good at home, but they're terrible teams on the road. Why shouldn't Missouri State be the favorite in this game is beyond me. I take this line up to +2, and I would jump on New Mexico State as a home dog. I mean, they've proven they can win. They're 3-0, and they haven't been beat at home. So I'm not going heavy on it. If I was to bet, if someone held a gun to my head and they said, well, $100, I'd probably tell them to bet $25 out of $100 max on a game like this.
I think you just made OPP happy because that's the pick that he put in. He was just looking for a little confirmation. And real quick before we continue, Donald James, I put out the Mavericks money line as my free play today, and Scotty put out the Spurs +3. TK, Donald James is asking you, even though both of those plays can win, Donald James is asking you for the tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker, I'd probably go with the favorite in that one. I'm not touching the NBA till the weekend. I let them play a day or two in, but if I had to play, I'd probably go with the favorite on that one. I'd probably stick with you, Teddy, on that one. They go with the favorite on that game here tonight.
Let's go.
I'm not touching the NBA to the weekend, man.
You're breaking up. He's breaking up.
A couple games in. I want to see how Cooper Flag and them play here tonight. So,
Kyrie's
breaking up on the screen, but
Kyrie's not playing. Kyrie's not playing either, but I still like it.
Kyrie's out for a while.
Yeah.
All right. I like that line at 3.5. By the way, with San Antonio, and I like San Antonio. I think they're going to have a pretty good season.
Wemby.
Yeah, I like them in this spot. I think Dallas. I got to see how they play. They don't have all the pieces to the puzzle there, but I think they're putting a lot of emphasis on this rookie Cooper Flag. We'll see how he goes, but I think San Antonio's got the right nucleus that they can steal this game tonight in Dallas. So I like the Spurs in this spot tonight. But I don't want to start giving out picks when we're doing football and basketball.
Yep, I know. Right? I'm just trying to answer questions. These guys get mad. Hey, they get mad when you don't answer them, Scotty.
We can answer them as we go.
I gotta,
All right, no problem. All right, listen. Wednesday we're good. Thursday you got a college football. We're gonna go through college, then go to the NFL. Keep it moving and grooving. Anything you're looking at? I'll start with you, Teddy. A Thursday night game or no?
Yes, I like the college game between South Bama and Georgia State. Guys, this line opened up at 55. It quickly jumped to 56.5 to 57 on a bunch of books. Kind of came back down after that. That jump shows me some type of sharp group hit that game. Here's the thing, guys. When you have two defenses whose front sevens cannot get to the quarterback, these two teams are pretty much last in college football in sacks. Neither of them can get to the quarterback, and both quarterbacks are dual threats, which means they can run and throw.
Yep. That
situation is setting up a free-for-all offensively. So I like the over in this game.
3-3 game?
What's that?
You watch it, when we feel that way sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
End up like 3-3, and
yeah.
we're like, what? What happened?
It happens, unfortunately. But, yeah, the weather's good. There's no chance of any type of inclement weather. Okay. I really, really like the over in this game.
All right, perfect. Make a note, guys. Teddy Brooks.
55.5. It's sitting around there right now.
Okay, I'm showing 55.5, correct. All right, T, anything on that game, or can we move to Friday?
I'm jumping on a Thursday game. I got one a day like a vitamin for these guys out here.
The
South Alabama, Georgia State game. I'm going to jump on South Alabama minus the 6.5. Georgia State, they're just horrible versus spread. They're 1-7 their last 8 against the spread overall. They're only 2-10 their last 12 against the spread at home. I see South Alabama running the ball, passing the ball. They're going to put up some points on this team on Thursday night. Jump on South Alabama minus the 6.5. get the job done, win by double digits on Thursday.
All right, guys, make a notation. If you were rating this game 1 to 5, what would you rate it?
I'd rate it a solid 4 stars right now. I started last week with all dogs. I started this week with 2 favorites, but I got some dogs coming up here in a few minutes as well. So be ready for that.
All right, so guys, just to recap real fast, Teddy on Thursday night's going over the 55 and a half on the total on the Thursday night college game. TK using the favorite. Are you keeping the line at 6.5, or are you moving
I keep it at 6.5. I think they're winning this game by double digits on Thursday night, tomorrow night. Okay. Don't even need to buy it down. You got it at 6.5. Let them win by double digits tomorrow night. All
righty. There you go, guys. Keep track. We're trying to keep it because we're going to be putting out a lot of plays between now and obviously through Sunday. Just want to keep it moving and grooving. If you guys are cool with it, we'll go to Friday night.
Real quick, we never told them. Grab your pen and paper. We forgot to tell them.
Well, I did. I said we're going to be giving up. Well, no, I didn't say it exactly like that.
Yeah.
That's our new slogan of a show.
Grab your pen and paper, baby. We forgot to say it. We got to make sure we say it every show.
There you go. All right, guys, we got some games on Friday night. The boys have probably done their work. I didn't like anything, to be honest with you, going until Saturday, except, a light sprinkle on the one I told you on Wednesday. But I don't like any of these. There's 3 games on tap. We got North Texas playing Charlotte. We got California and Virginia Tech and Boise and Nevada. These games were on Saturday. I bet you none of these guys would be on them, my opinion, but maybe they'll tell me incorrectly. Anything, Teddy, you're looking at on these 3 games Friday night?
Oh, yeah. I would be all over this one, Scotty. You're so dead wrong here. I love you, brother, but this is a team.
On Saturday?
Yes. Okay. This is a team that I've been on some of their totals this year. I bet on them to cover the spread a couple times this year. This North Texas, the number 1 offense in the country points-wise, averaging 45 points a game. They're playing Charlotte. Guys, there's so many ways you could bet this game. You could bet the first half spread. You could bet the first half team total over 23.5, minus 130. That might be my favorite play on this game. North Texas, first half team total over 23.5 points. You could bet the full game team total over 42, first half spread. Guys, Charlotte's ranked next to last in first half points per game that they put up. Charlotte averages 5.5 points per game in the first half, and they're almost last in college football in rushing yards allowed too. This North Texas team's going to run all over Charlotte. I'm all over this North Texas.
All right. Is that the right line? 23.5 for the first half? You seeing that?
23.5 is the team total, not the spread.
I understand.
The team total.
You're saying go over that.
Minus 130, yes. Now, if you have 24, it's probably going to be at minus 110.
Right.
But I like 23.5. I saw a couple of the books I play on had it, and I jumped on it.
All right. Well, here we go. Let's head back out to the great Osceola. What is it?
Osceola. T. Everyone is.
You hurt me with that one, stats. You hurt me that because I like this game, North Texas against Charlotte. I'm going to take the 27 points with Charlotte. It's just too many points out there. North Texas are 2-6 their last 8 against the spread versus an American Conference, and they're only 1-4 against the spread versus the East.
Oh boy.
In this conference, I'm going to jump on Charlotte. I'm going to take the 27. I got a dog barking in that one for me. Take the 27 points with Charlotte. I see North Texas winning this game by 20, 22 points. Barely get the cover, but Charlotte's going to get the cover plus the 27 points on Friday night.
Well, here's what I'd say to that, T. I don't disagree because out of all the plays that you can play on this game, North Texas full game spread is my least favorite. That's why I'm actually not touching that bet because it is a lot of points. So yeah, I mean, listen.
Wait a minute, you're only using the team total.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He's not using the game, T.
Yeah, you're not going against me, T, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. But North Texas puts up big numbers. They're blowing out Charlotte. But I just say I see North Texas win this game by 15 to 20 points. 27 is too much. I mean, if you see some of the stats are coming, they're going to be resting a couple of their players from injuries this week on the North Texas side. So we'll see what happens with that situation if they're going to play in the first, second quarter. If they get a lead, sit them down in the second half, do some injuries from the early in the year on the running backs. Maybe they'll give them some rest in this game. But I'm going to take Charlotte plus the 27. Hopefully I'm 3-0 going into Saturday.
All right, excellent. All right, man. If you stay 3-0, we're going to keep you in Orlando, by the way. Don't come back. We'll just keep you up there, and we'll bet you games. And
I'll have to stay up there. If I keep the hot streak up, I might just stay up here for another week.
All right. Well, here comes the big board. This is where it separates the boys from the real men. When you have 70 games or 60 games on a Saturday, we got some big matchups. I'm going to run these few matchups, not as big as was last week. We had about 5 or 6 real big ones. This week, it's kind of narrowed down to a few. Number 8 team in the country, who Teddy loves, their head coach, Lane Kiffin, is Ole Miss. Travels to Oklahoma, the Sooners. Sooners coming off a big win last week. They only, it's funny. They both have one loss. Ole Miss loss came to Georgia, obviously, last week, and they played a pretty damn good game in that game. I'll tell you, kind of screwed up in the second half, but they could have put that team away. And the only loss for Oklahoma is against Texas. They looked terrible against Texas. They made so many mistakes, couldn't move the ball. But you got Oklahoma, 4.5-point favorite, 54 on half in the total. Another marquee matchup. I'm going to just go through these quick. I don't know if you guys are on them, but we'll talk. Number 15 team in the nation, Missouri, the Tigers, go against the Commodores, Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's a 2.5-point favorite. They don't take Vandy serious, I guess, as they were 2.5 last week. They got the job done against LSU. Come back after beating them. Now they're only 2.5 at home. 52.5 against Missouri. And the other marquee matchup, ranked teams obviously, is LSU and Texas A&M. Texas A&M 7-0, perfect season so far for the Aggies, going against the Tigers at Baton Rouge. Oh. And what's the line on that game? Oh, Texas A&M's the favorite. 2.5, they're making them on the road against LSU. Any opinion, guys, on any of those 3 marquee games? You looking at any of them?
Not at any of them 3. I got one top 25 matchup that I love, though. I'll get it to you in a minute. I'll wait for you guys to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of those. Scotty, I don't know. I don't agree that you're saying they don't take Vandy seriously. I think they're both 6-1 teams. They're both solid SEC teams. And if you saw the safety from Texas last week, because the reporters were kind of
2.5, man. Home field advantage should be 3.5 in a game like that.
1 second. The reporters were giving them crap for only beating Kentucky by 3, but the guy said it's hard to win in the SEC. So I think that's the factor there. I love Vandy in this spot. I think Diego Pavia could be a sleeper run for, if he keeps this winning going, he could be a sleeper run for a Heisman candidate. He gets the job done with his legs in the air. He manages the game very well, and they're at home. I think Scotty's going to be going against me on this one. I can already feel it in my loins. But then really quickly, I think the other game that you mentioned.
Who are you on?
I'm on Vandy. I'm on Vandy money line. I'm on Vandy money line. So, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Finish up.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the Oklahoma. I know you are. The Oklahoma Ole Miss game. I got to dig a little bit deeper into that one before I make a decision on it.
I'm going to go against you. I think Missouri can beat this team. They both have great rushing attacks. I don't know if you looked at it. They both have really good ground games, but they both have great defenses against the rush, which is interesting because I don't know. One of them's going to stop. I don't think they're both going to stop each other. I think for some reason that this Missouri team, they had one common loss. These teams both lost to Bama. Missouri lost to them at home by 3. And Vandy took a 16-point loss, but it was really closer than that in Bama. I think Missouri's the right side of this game, man. I really do. I think Vandy, just in the matchup with the home field advantage and the strength of schedules, is pretty damn similar. One team averages 39 a game. The other one averages 41 a game. As far as points per game, Missouri only allows 17. The other one averages allowing 20. I mean, they're almost dead-on teams. I like the dog in this game. I'd buy this line at 3.5, and I'd run to the window with the Tigers, and I'd be saying, how much money can Scotty M move on this game today? What is your limit? And I would be hitting this game. I like Missouri.
So you love it?
Yeah, Missouri.
Wow.
I like Missouri. T, anything or no?
Not on that game. I'm staying away from. Like I said, I got one game in the late show that I'm going to give out for free. I think it's on the SEC Network on a Saturday night. I'll wait till you guys get talking about those games, and I'll jump in because I'm going to be jumping on the Tennessee-Kentucky game. I don't know if anybody you guys are on that game.
Okay.
Tennessee versus Kentucky.
Well, one other point I want to bring on that Vandy game, not that I want to harp on it. Vandy is 4-0 at home this year, but Missouri is 1-0 on the road. Somebody going. in this one.
Wait a second. Missouri's only played one game on the road all year?
They're 1-0 on the road. They played most of the games were at home or a neutral, whatever.
They must be on a road tour now. I'm assuming like the rest of their games are probably on the road.
I'm sure they're stacked on the road.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to, if they're real, listen, Vandy could put an ass kicking on them, but I don't think they will. I think Missouri can hang in there. I think they got the weapons to stay in there. Quarterback's good. Offense is good. I mean, Vandy's offense is good as well. I just think it's going to be somebody's going to shut the running game down on one of them. I got a feeling Missouri's shutting down Vandy's running game more than Vandy will shut down Missouri's. That's the reason I'm going with that one. Did you like anything on A&M and LSU or no?
You know, I've been going against LSU all year.
Yeah,
I think
suck and win, man.
Yeah,
right?
I think Texas A&M is a strong team, so I'd lean A&M there. I'm surprised. Is LSU at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the line's only 3.
Yeah,
because this
LSU's never a dog at home that often.
Exactly. This line would be a touchdown line if it was in Texas A&M.
6.5 at least. Yeah.
That's pretty much a touchdown.
Right.
You're arguing over half a point with me.
No,
right
we're
now,
not arguing. just saying the number.
No, yeah, I would definitely lean A&M on that one. I mean, you know, they're just, in my opinion, a much much better team.
Well, we'll see what happens. It's a tough place to play. LSU is 4-0 at home this year. So when they play at home, they step it up to a different level. A&M is 2-0 on the road. They had a battle last week against Arkansas, 45-42.
Yeah, they did.
Will that take a lot out of them? Then going into a hostile environment like this, I don't know. I'm staying far away from this game.
You know, when it comes to the SEC guys, it's any given Saturday, they say, man. I mean, these teams are all good. Now, the weak link was always Vandy, and now Vandy's good. But hey, real quick. Did you see Garrett Nussmeier after Vandy beat them? He was sobbing on the sidelines. I mean, he was visibly crying. He was upset.
I don't blame him. He probably lost a lot of money betting on the team. No, I'm only kidding. That's what T would say. Game was fixed. T, you with us?
Yeah, I think that NBA game, we're talking football, but an NBA game last night, Kevin Durant calls a timeout with 1 second left. The ref don't call it. Should have been a technical foul.
Yeah, but you couldn't see it really.
Yeah,
he was kind of doing it like from.
It was pretty. He put up the tee. We're not going to talk about basketball. We got football now, but we're talking about games with referees. A lot of bad calls in that game last night.
While I have you right now, let's jump into your picks for Saturday because I got a handful that I like. Whew.
Perfect. I love
Grab
a Saturday
your pen,
night
guys.
action here. I like this game. Tennessee against Kentucky. The current line, Tennessee -9. I'm going to buy it up to 10. I'm going to take Kentucky in this game. Tennessee 1-4 their last 5 against the spread. 1-4 their last 5 against the spread. Their last 6 games on the road. Kentucky, they're going to hang with them here in this game. Take the 10 points, though, and get paid with Kentucky late on Saturday night in the SEC matchup on SEC Network tonight. Kentucky plus the 10 points on Saturday.
Kentucky plus the 10. All right.
Kentucky plus. It's 9 right now. I'd buy it up to 10, but I can see Kentucky hanging right with them in this game. Big matchup on Saturday night for them. Take the points. Another dog barking for you.
All right.
Maybe a dog on Friday, a dog here on Saturday.
All right. Anything else on Saturday you're looking at?
That's it, man. I'm giving out one game. I haven't really done a lot of research. I'll have all my games ready, by Friday. I've been up here working, doing some stuff up here at the conference. So I'll go over all my games and be ready for the weekend.
What are you doing? Making ice cream for the kids up there?
No. I was handing out towels in the shower over.
What's he doing up there? You look like you're You look like you're one of those representative, the House of Representative guys.
He does. He looks like he's in the Capitol Rotunda.
Right. He's in the rotunda
after a big vote.
I don't know.
Telling the people why he voted the way he voted.
Are you on a secret assignment up there or something?
Yeah, my secret mission out here, man. Secret mission up here.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw it to Teddy because I know Teddy's ready to rumble for Saturday, I'm sure. I got a few games I'm looking at, so I'm going to start with Teddy and let Teddy say what's on his mind.
Yeah, I got one game left. I gave that Vandy play. That was one of my main plays. I already had it written down. And Texas A&M I was already leaning on, so you kind of prompted me to give that game. Guys, this Nebraska-Northwestern game, I made the mistake of laying a touchdown with Nebraska last week. And it was a big mistake. I knew after 5 minutes into that game that Minnesota wasn't going to let up. And, here's the thing. Nebraska, and you're going to like this, Scotty, Nebraska is kind of crumbling a little bit. Ever since Matt Rule with the whole Penn State thing and, because he's a Penn State alumni and people said, oh, well, is he going to go coach there? I don't know if that's caused issues or what it is, but they're just trending downward. And Northwestern, they're trending the other way. They beat Penn State. They beat Purdue. They look good as of late. Classic case, Scotty, you love this. 2 teams heading in opposite directions. One going that way, one coming down this way. And when I can see that and I can visualize a matchup like that, I always like to ride the team that's heading upward. The last thing you want to do is have a hope and a prayer that this team that was doing well is all of a sudden going to turn it around. Until they prove us wrong, stick with the team that's going in the right direction.
Yeah, well, it's. I don't say that. I'm a little tongue twisted. I don't think Nebraska's going downhill. They're 5-2. They have the same record. I mean, maybe just the quality of the way they looked in that last game against Minnesota was terrible. I agree. They were favored, and they never had a shot in the game, but they still have a 5-2 record. This game, to me, it's all about two things. It's all about the passing game of Nebraska against the rushing game of Northwestern. That's the key to this game because as far as points per game, look at the difference here, Teddy. I mean, on offense, Northwestern only averages 22 points a game. The other side's averaging 36 points a game. I mean, it's a huge difference. 19 points a game they're allowing Nebraska, but the other side's got one of the strongest defenses in the country. They're only allowing 15 a game. This is an interesting matchup. I'm kind of leaning towards you on this one. You like Northwestern?
Northwestern +7 in the hook.
Well, I'm seeing 8 in the hook. I don't even know where 7.5.
Oh, well, then it moved.
Yeah, I'm seeing 8.5 all over it, and I was going to jump it till at least not.
And then you're going to buy it to 11. I'm just kidding.
No. If I wanted to, I guess I would, right? What did you say, T?
No, I was just listening to you guys talking. I'm not touching any of them games. I'm ready for a little NFL Sunday.
All right, hold on. Well, I still got games here for the people.
It's 7. It's 7.5 across the board, Scotty. I'm checking right now. William Hill, Heritage,
well, I would
Bovada.
I'd make it at least 8.5, and I like the dog in this game. They've won 4 straight games in a row. Nebraska, they both have the same record. Nebraska is 3-1 at home. The other side's 1-1 on the road. Nebraska blew them out last year. They won by 17 against them. It's like I said, it's all about the rushing game of Northwest. If they can move the ball on the ground and keep that offense away from Nebraska, and I'm hoping that's the case because that's the only way we're going to get the job done, Teddy. If Nebraska takes control of this game, they're not going to be able to offensively keep up with them, and then you could see a blowout. But I think Northwestern will stay with them, get that line to +8.5, and that's one of my plays. Another game I really love this week, I love SMU. I just like the way this kid's running the show there. Kevin Jennings is averaging almost 280 yards a game passing over his last 3. They've won 3 straight games in a row. I had him last week against Clemson as a big play, and they got the job done, and they beat him, even though, Cade Cubnick did not start for Clemson, but they still put up 35 points against the Clemson team. I think Wake Forest is not even, really that great of a team. They're okay. They're playing with a backup quarterback. I think their starter is questionable. Robbie Ashford, he may play, he may not play the starting quarterback for Wake Forest, but I like SMU in this spot. They play all right on the road. They're 2-1 this year. I take SMU in this game. I would bring it down to -2.5, and I take SMU -2.5 in this game. I think they win this. I say they win by at least 6 to 14 points. So I like SMU as a big play. And one other game I like the total going over in the Baylor and Cincinnati game. I think both these teams could score a ton of points. They both can pop up points left and right and quick. Total 67. I'd probably just leave it alone. 67 points, I'd go over that number. I think these teams can score. All 3 road games this year with Baylor have gone over the totals. They've been like 72 or higher. So they allow a lot of points on the road, and they score points. I think this game's going over the 67, and that's a high number to make on a game like this. So I think they realize that there's going to be points in this game. The only thing that can come back to haunt me is if the weather changes on me on this game. So pay close attention to the weather, before that game. If everything's crystal clear, got to ride with the over, 67. That's it for me. College football.
I don't think there's any games left on the college board. You give it out every game.
We're giving them all out, baby.
Giving it all, man. It's a big week, guys, for you guys. A lot of games.
Not really. I gave out, what did I give out? I gave out Missouri. I gave out SMU, and I'm agreeing with, 4 plays. I'm going over in the Cincinnati total, and I'm going to agree with Teddy at 8.5. I'm going to jump on Northwestern. Like I said, if Northwestern could control the running game, then that keeps that offense of Nebraska's off the field. So that's the only way we got a shot of winning that game. If they don't control that running, if they don't have a good running game, I think Nebraska could ass kick them. But that's it for let's move right in. We're going to just roll because we got so much stuff, and we haven't even talked. We got the World Series coming in. I got some things I want to talk about that.
I'll be quick for NFL, so you don't have to worry about me.
Let's go with you then.
I'll be so fast.
Let's go to T.
Yeah, I'm only giving out one game in the NFL on Sunday. I don't got the stats in front of me. I left that sheet in the hotel room, but I know what I'm playing on this one. Cleveland, New England Patriots. Current line 6.5 against Cleveland. I'm going to jump on another dog bark in here. I'm going to take Cleveland. I'm going to buy it up to 7.5. They came out and beat Miami. I know beat Miami.
Teddy just stared at me, and I stared at him.
I know they're not the. I know they're not saying much beating the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, but I think New England, if they win this game, wins by a field goal. I mean, Cleveland, they manhandle Miami, and like I said, Miami ain't much out there. But New England, man, I think they're.
You're not making sense to you again.
All right,
guys. New England's due for a letdown here. I think New England wins this game by a field goal. 7.5 points, too much in this game. Take Cleveland plus the 7.5. Buy from 6.5 to 7.5. Another dog barking. That's 3 dogs straight I've given you here. Another one barking for you on a Sunday. It's the only game I'm using so far in the NFL of everything else already this weekend. But take Cleveland plus the 7.5 over New England. New England, if they win by a field goal.
All right, excellent. All right, Teddy.
Yeah, if you have a machine that's printing money for you, why would you turn it off? This New England team is covering week after week after week. I said last week I'm blindly riding them until they prove me wrong. So I'm all over New England here. I got fired up when I heard you say Browns. I was very surprised, T. But hey, we're against each other a couple games this episode here. So yeah, I'm all over the Patriots. I'm all over Drake May, Stephon Diggs, and more importantly than probably anybody is Kevin Vrabel. That coach has got that team.
Mike
Vrabel. That coach has got that team gelled, absolutely gelled. Did you see after the game? They came from Tennessee. He coached at Tennessee before.
Yep.
And after that game, Drake May stopped everything and said, "Coach Vrabel, we just want to let you know we love you. We're happy you're our coach." That team is gelled, boy, and I can't go against it.
Yeah, I had New England. I had New England last week. I had. I think I had no call and keep the turnovers light. I think they can hang right with the Patriots here on Sunday. 7.5, a lot of points in the NFL. I got to take them in this one. I'm not saying New England's going to lose the game. I'm just saying I don't think they're going to cover this one. That's all I was saying on this one.
All right, sounds good. I'm staying off that game because, like I said, I like the way I'm liking what Teddy mentioned as well. Patriots is just playing excellent right now, and they're gelled, and that coach got that team sky high, and the players are sky high. So when you got a team that's working together, I don't know what the Browns are. Yeah, they beat Miami. So what? It means nothing at the end of the day because the Dolphins, I don't even know if they went in there with the right approach to win a football game or they just got on a plane and flew there just putting on the uniform. So I got to be honest with you. New England right now, 4 wins in a row, undefeated at home, 4-0. I don't know if they've covered every game at home, but they are 4-0 at home. No, excuse me. They're 4-0 on the road. They're 1-2 at home. So they're not playing as well. Maybe they're not as focused when they're home as they are on the road. But I'm not going to bet against New England just the way they're playing right now. And I can't bet a bad team. I told you 1,000 times, I'm not going to look for a bad team to win for me because bad teams don't win for you, and they cost you money. So here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at 2 games. I'm going to use the best team in football. I mentioned it earlier, the most consistent, the team that's scoring points, the team that's taking teams down. The Colts, I think, blow the shit out of Tennessee. Tennessee's nothing. They got the lowest third down ratio in the NFL, worst in the league. They can't convert third downs. They can't keep the ball. You give the team like the Colts the ball with that high-flying offense like that, and just the way Daniel Jones is managing games, it's amazing. This guy is like all of a sudden turned into Tom Brady out of nowhere. I mean, everyone was writing this guy off, and he's having an unbelievable season, and he's running that offense. It's the number 1 offense in the league, 33 points a game, only allowing 20 points a game. And they're going against the worst team in the NFL offensively. I see them blowing them out. The line's 14. Buy it down to 13. Keep it under 2 touchdowns. I hate betting on double-digit favorites in the NFL, but I think this is a triple-digit favorite. I just think they're winning this game easily. I like the Colts. And another game I'm looking at, I'm going to ride the Joe Flacco train. I think the Jets are going to be 0-8. I don't think they have a shot in this game. And I'm going to take again, 0-7, 3-4. I don't like betting bad teams, but the Jets are real bad, and the other team is so-so. But I think Cincinnati with Flacco, this is a must game that gets them back to 4-4 in some type of contention, maybe moving forward. So I'm going to ride that out. I'm going to keep that line. It's 6.5. I'm going to leave it alone. I think they win the game by double digits.
Yeah, the Jets are a mess. Justin Field is a terrible quarterback. He can't get the job done. Their backup is Tyrod Taylor. He's got injury issues. I mean, that is an absolute mess over there, Scotty. So I like that one also.
Flacco, not bad. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, thrown for 561 yards in his first 2 games. That's 280 yards per game.
That's one thing we didn't talk about last week. That the over 40 bowl. The two grandpas, man, that was a great game. What a performance! The combined age of 83 years old, and those two boys still sling it like they're 30. That was a great game.
Yeah, and I think Flacco's going to keep that momentum riding against a bad team like the Jets in their building. That's a big game for them to go 4-4. That gets, and I think they have a bye or something coming up. I'm not sure, but I like that play. I think Cincinnati steamrolls the Jets. And I like the Colts to crush. Unless I miss this one, I don't see how the Tennessee offense can keep up with the Colts offense.
Yeah, I agree.
And those are my 2 plays. I had a little sprinkle on Green Bay on the money line against the Steelers. The line's 3.5. I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't play it unless I had an even-up game. So I'd lay a money line play on Green Bay. I think Jordan Love will get the best Aaron Rodgers in this one. I think Green Bay's just better on both sides of the ball. I really do when it comes down to it. So I'm going to take Green Bay money line, even though it's in Pittsburgh. I'm going to take that play. I'm going to take Green Bay money line against the Steelers. Those are my 3 on Sunday. Man, I gave out a lot of stuff.
Before you get to Teddy's picks there on Sunday, are you guys surprised?
I already got Teddy's pick.
Well, I got one more.
Oh, I didn't hear he's got one more, but are you surprised they didn't fire the Miami head coach Mike Daniels on Sunday?
No, and you know why, T? Because I don't think it's his fault. I think it's Tua's fault.
I agree Tua's there, but it's got a lot to do with the coaching too. The coach that stadium went crazy when they pulled Tua out of the game. It went absolutely crazy.
Like happy.
Yeah, everybody was screaming on that one. It was unbelievable. And they were on the road.
What game they pulled them out?
They pulled them out at the end of the game last week.
The game was on the road, T. What are you talking about?
It was on the road, and the fans even went crazy on that one. And the Twitter blew up, Instagram blew
up. Miami fans travel well, Scotty. We got a big fan base.
They have 2,000 people.
But listen, here's the deal. He's got to go, bring Quinn Ewers in, see what he can do.
You guys are watching wrong games.
It's not Mike McDaniels. It's Tua. Listen, another game I like on Sunday. Go ahead. You want to talk about that?
No.
Another game I like on Sunday, Cowboys, Broncos. Just like I'm riding, and I know the Cowboys got it done last week, but I'm fading them this week. I'm all over this Broncos team. I love betting a team. When a team had a heartbreaking loss the week before, I like betting against them. I think that carries over, especially if that game went to overtime. I've talked about this before. But when a team has a motivating win the way the Broncos did last week, I think they ride that high. You know me. You know I've been loving Bo Nix for a few years now. So I'm on the Broncos, moving that line from 3 to 2.5.
All right. Is it 3?
I
thought it was lower even. Yeah. It could be 2.5. All right. Yeah, I mean, Dallas is such an up and down team, man. You can't gauge that team. That's a team that just when you think you got the right side of them, they just prove you wrong every time. So yeah, like you said, the Broncos are finding ways to come back. That's why I said the old adage: teams that are playing decent teams find ways to win.
So Zach Smacks, I don't mean to interrupt, but Zach Smacks is arguing. He's arguing with me. Listen to this. He says
about Zach Smacks?
Cowboys have the best offense in football. Zach, you got to understand that Broncos secondary.
They don't have the best offense.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. But that Broncos secondary is tough. And Dak Prescott is the most overrated probably in the history. I think he's historically an overrated player. Sorry about that, Scotty.
That's okay. You like to jump on Zach, huh?
Well,
I like Zach.
He's in
Why
here,
does he want to jump on Zach?
Because he's firing away at me right now. But he agrees with me about Tua, though. So
listen,
yeah,
Zach.
Well, that's coming from a big Dolphin fan too. He's a big Dolphin fan over there, Zach.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with the Cowboys. He's talking about the Cowboys and Broncos.
I know, but he's greening them about Tua needs to go.
Well, that's what everyone feels. I mean, you paid a guy $212 million. He's worth shit. Give me $12 million and keep $200 million and let me run the show. I'll show. At my age, I'll get out there and I'll perform as well as Tua.
You should have been up
And
here,
they can
Scott,
save
all week.
$200 million off their
You got a
payroll.
clean house, man. He had some big pickleball matches up here on this conference. There were some big money, big stakes out there.
Yeah?
These guys are throwing down.
Why didn't you invite me?
They were pulling down. These guys are betting $500 or $1,000 a game in pickleball.
I need Teddy's bankroll to be able to afford that. Teddy could back me. I can't.
Teddy, did you miss me today?
I do miss you, T. I do.
Sorry, I had to leave you there with Scott by yourself. I'll be back next week.
It's the energy. The energy. We need your
What do you
energy.
mean?
This is the only one I'm going to miss.
I give you guys more energy than you guys could ever dream of. That's the problem. You guys got to keep up at my level.
I got my sunglasses on. Scott's hair is blinding me up here. It's glowing up here. I had to put my glasses on up here.
All right, so we done with the NFL. We done with football because
I'm done with football. We got the World Series talk now.
Are you hosting or am I?
Huh?
Are you hosting or am I?
I don't know. I know my hair's. My
All
hair's
right, just sit
shiny
there
up
and just stay up in Mickey Mouse land. Let me handle the show part. No, All right, let's talk about it then. You brought it up. World Series, Toronto, Game 1, Friday night, playing against the Dodgers. You got a series price, Teddy?
$215 Dodgers.
I think Toronto could steal some games in this series.
I think Toronto steals Game 1. Yeah.
I think Toronto's going to give this Dodgers team all they can handle.
Here's the thing about this series. I made a post about the difference in the reaction between the Dodgers when they won the NLCS, and I get it. Like the Blue Jays haven't been there in 32 years. It was a 7-game series. They were down 2-0. I get the excitement, but you can see that business as usual. And I got chomped away on my comments when I made this post. And everyone was saying, well, yeah, the Dodgers just bought it. If I had that bankroll, if we any team that has that bankroll is going to make it to the World Series. Number one, you're wrong because the Mets had the highest payroll in MLB, and they didn't even make the playoffs. Number one. Number two, the Blue Jays spend money also. They have the 5th highest payroll in baseball. It's not like the Mariners had the 16th highest payroll in baseball. So people are saying the Dodgers bought it and the Blue Jays earned it. You don't know anything about baseball if you say that because the Blue Jays, you can easily say they bought it also because they have the 5th highest payroll in baseball.
And they got some damn good players, man. Teddy, I got to ask you, I asked TK the other day when we were live, that other night in that Game 7, with the situation in the bottom of the 7th, you got one out, runners on 2nd and 3rd,
and you
got
pull
George
Wu.
Springer. Forget Wu. You have George Springer up. I'm walking this guy. I'm not even going to give this guy a chance with his history of clutchness to get on the plate and even tie that game. I have a chance to take the lead. I put him on first base and pitch to the next guy. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm the manager. I'm getting rid of Springer. I'm not facing Springer.
I agree 100%. I think that there were multiple mistakes made at the end of that game by the management for the
I don't know about multiple,
Mariners. I wouldn't have pulled Brian Wu. Brian Wu's been a really good pitcher all year.
Yeah, but he was getting hit.
He was getting hit. I get it, but you walk him and then maybe pitch to the next guy. I'll be honest, Scotty, I didn't think of that. It is scary because you got to remember too, though, you could have given up a couple runs. So even if you do load the bases and you give up one run, you're okay. You're okay. If you load the bases, you get a sac fly, you give up one run, you're still up by a run. But then you put a guy on there that hits a home run like that and just ruined everything.
That was unbelievable. What a clutch for performer. Quietly, I mean, he's not that quiet anymore. This Springer is. I mean, George Springer is a phenomenal baseball player.
And the other thing they could have done is they could have brought in Munoz. Munoz is their closer. He's a very, very good closer, very good reliever.
Yeah.
And they could have brought him in to kind of get out of that situation, even if it's only for, a couple outs. Just bring...
well, you got to bring anybody in at that point because you want to just go to the World Series, so you're not going to be left.
That's what I'm saying. You want to bring in the best possible option, and I just don't think they did that.
Well, they go, lefty, righty, righty, lefty.
Yeah.
The whole the matchup. So that's what they thought was the best matchup at that point in time. Anyways, we got game one. T, obviously, you're going to have an opinion on the World Series. Who do you think's winning?
I got an opinion right now. Well, Dodgers in 4 or 5. They either win it in 4 or they win it with the gentleman's sweep. Dodgers are the best team out there in baseball. Toronto.
Oh, boy.
They're not going to hang with them. It's going to be Dodgers in 4 or 5 games. There's your winner right there. Ohtani and the boys win the World Series in 4 or 5 games. That's a lock right there.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I think Toronto's going to give him a series here. I really do. I think Toronto can get the job done. I think when they're in this spot, it's anybody's ball game. Yeah, the Dodgers obviously the favorite. They're walking through people. But this Toronto team's no joke, and they got a good lineup, and they got some pitchers, and they got some good closers. They might be able to challenge the Dodgers here. I wouldn't be surprised if this series goes long. And I'm going to look at each game individually, and if I get anything that stands out, I'm going to let my guys know. But I think the Dodgers are going to have all they can handle with the Blue Jays. And that's it. I think we touched base on everything going. Now, guys, don't forget, I don't know when Teddy's going to start getting into it. I know T and I are going to get into it like probably next week. The NBA is here. There's some opportunities out there, really right now to find these teams, track some of these teams, and really take advantage of these opportunities on these numbers to catch some big breaks on these point spreads. So we're going to be digging in deep on it. You're going to be jumping on?
Yeah, I'm going to be jumping into the NBA this year for sure.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to be back next week. We are going to have the NBA, obviously, because that's what's going on right now. We're going to continue with our college football, NFL, and so forth, and the NHL hockey. By the way, kudos to the Panthers last night. Did you guys watch that Panthers game?
I watched the whole thing, Scotty.
Oh, my God, that was crazy.
Great game.
They were
Great
down,
ending.
Yeah, 2-0 Bruins were down. Bruins come back to tie that game up 2-2. Panthers go up 3-2. Bruins come back, I think it was a minute and change left, tie it at
Bruins scored with a minute 38, I think, and then Panthers
another co-host
took the lead with 30. Well, you asked. I'm answering. But did you see what Marchand did a couple games ago and got fined for $5,000?
No, what did he do?
He got in a fight. I forget who he was playing against. He got in a fight.
Yeah, that's right.
They sent him to the penalty box. During the fight, he ripped the guy's helmet off. He took the helmet with him to the penalty box, went inside the penalty box with the helmet, continued to rip the helmet apart while he was in the penalty box, and then threw it back out on the ice. And the NHL fined him $5,000 for that.
That's it. It's a drop in the bucket for those guys. Yeah, he's a feisty player, man. How about last night? He came home for Boston.
Oh, yeah, he was crying, man.
Yeah,
very emotional.
Yep, very emotional game for him. Panthers currently 4-4 overall. They lost 4 straight. I don't think they ever lost the 5th straight. They were talking about something.
They won. That would have been their 5th straight if they lost last night.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They prevented from losing 5 straight. Now they're 4-4. We'll see what happens with the Panthers, man. I'm excited. I think sooner or later they're going to turn the engines up. They'll start getting some players back, and on their quest for a 3rd Stanley Cup. It's going to be tough, but they're playing Vegas this weekend, by the way, here in Sunrise. That'll be an interesting test for them because Vegas is undefeated right now. They're 5-0-2. So we got a lot of good things coming up with hockey. We got a lot of good things coming up with the NBA, college basketball right around the corner. We're going deep into the football season, and we're looking forward. Guys, it's always been a pleasure. T, I know you're up there in Orlando. I want everyone to know how they can reach you on a daily basis and get all your great content and know how to, pick up some additional winners from you. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here right now, and Teddy, I'll be back in here with you next weekend. I know you guys missed me in the studio, but I'll be back. I won't miss a week for the rest of the year. But guys, if you want to follow me, go right to my Instagram at TKwins. You get all my free plays there daily. All my links and stories are up there daily. Again, just all you gotta do is go to Instagram at TKwins. That's the best place to get me.
All right, say hello to Mickey and Minnie, and give a big hug to Daffy Duck and Donald Duck for us over there.
I will.
Drive careful or fly careful back to South Florida.
I'll be back in the office tomorrow, ready for a big week here in the college and pro football, as well as the NBA action. I'll try jumping on live with you guys tonight. I'll be ready about 5:30 again for the live tonight.
All right, T. Very good. We'll be live on Instagram. Have a great day, T.
All right, man, thank you.
Yep, be good. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tommy, the Hitman King, up in Orlando, doing his thing for us. Well, here he is, my man right next to me. Every week, the man himself, the man with the plan, the Sports Prophets, the guy that started it all for the Sports Prophets. Teddy Brooks, where can they catch up with you and get all your great content each and every day?
So, guys, a lot of people have been asking this question. It's at _Prophets_pick. We just put in a request to change that name just slightly to Sports Prophets Inc. We still got to get it approved by Instagram, so that may be changing in the next couple of days just to get our actual company name. It was, for some reason, when we created the account a while back, it wouldn't let us take it, but we're verified now. We submit our documents and everything. But right now, it's at _Prophets_pick. If it's different next week, I'll be letting you know. But look for the blue check mark, guys. That's all that matters. Look for that blue check mark and hit us up with any questions that you have.
All right, Teddy. Always a pleasure to work with Teddy here. Phil, him and I are handling the show. I think you and I could do a good job, just the two of us. It's always great.
Oh man, I don't want to throw T under the bus like that.
No, we're not throwing anyone under the bus.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
The bus. We're here, I'm saying, running the show with Big Ben. Always a pleasure being here with Ben Castro, the producer here at the one and only Podcast Junkies in Boca. My man Ben takes it to the whole different level, puts this great set together for us, and the way it's done, top-notch all the way. All right, I'm Scott Matthews. I'm hosting the show, I think sometimes. Most of the times I think it's the other two guys, but I don't know. Anyways, you can follow me on Instagram each and every day. We got our broadcast channel popping out some W's. We got our free picks on the videos right here on our Instagram channel. It's all free, guys. Everything's free. We don't charge anything. We give out the broadcast picks. Since it's been up for months, never charged anything. It's all free. All you do is check it out. SM Sports Picks, PICKS. Teddy, don't forget to mention the blue verified check mark also for the Sports Profits.
Yeah, I did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
And the blue verified check mark for me at SM Sports Picks. Check out the show. It's the one and only Get the Edge each and every week right here on either Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Give us a like, join up, follow us, tell your friends about us. We're here busting our ass trying to give you some good winning selections each and every week. And we'll be back here next Wednesday live right here at Podcast Junkies at 2 o'clock Eastern. Have a great day, everybody. Boom. Teddy Brooks in the house. Scotty M in the house.
Scotty M.
TK out of the house.